Alright, alright. So, bug types. They fucking suck, and I'm gonna explain to you why. Let's talk about the fundamental flaws of the type. It's not the actual type. It's the moves. The moves fucking sucks. There's 4 moves, 3 attacks, 1 status move. And guess what? One of them lowers the opponent's speed. This one, screenshot. And the other 3, leech life here, is 20 base power, so it's barely even an attack. And about the other 2 moves that are just about move, they only give it to the very weakest Pokemon, Beedrill. Beedrill can do a double dance, and that's it. That's all it does. It has 2 stats above 70, attack and speed, 75 and 80 respectively, and they fucking suck. And also because of your terrible build, you can't stab properly, and also you need to sub twice because you have agility to outspeed everything, and you have swords and that kill everything. And you're not even killing everything, you're probably doing kill everything, which is bad because you're fucking frail as fuck. You do have stab, and that's all you have. That's literally all you have. The only poison stab you have is poison sting. You're not using that. It's 15 base power, 20% chance of poison. You can use touch if you really want poison that bad. Alright, that's a rant about Beedrill. And the second one is Parasite. Parasite fucking sucks because it has Spore, and that's it. It only has Spore. It has decent stats across the board, and outside speed. Speed fucking sucks. So if you switch in, you have to take 2 attacks. Probably take 2 attacks on the section and slow that, and even then you have a 50% chance of taking slow attacks. It's taking 2 attacks. I can barely even speed. Alright, anyways, yeah, you have no stab because the only stab you have is Mega Drain and fucking Leech Life. And Leech Life is barely even an attack, and Mega Drain is only good against Ryland and Golem and some water types. Anyways, you also have Body Slam, which is good because you actually have a decent stats only slightly lower than Tauros. You can also use Slash because it has a high chance of crit, but the main PR Slash is on some Pokemon it can always crit, while Parasite is so slow that it can't always crit. You also have Swords then to boost your attack stat, but that would make you have to have use 3 stats, smooth and only 1 attack move, which you don't want because that gives you no coverage and it makes you wall by Gengar. You also have Spore, which is the only 100% accurate sleeping, which is good, but you're so slow that you're taking 2 attacks and your bolt isn't terrible, but it's not great. And also you have a terrible defense typing with 3/4 times weaknesses. You have a few resistances, but they're practically meaningless. Anyways, all you can really do is put something to Spore and then paralyze whatever comes after it, and then Body Slam everything. And when I say Body Slam everything, I only Body Slam one thing because you're gonna die afterwards. Anyways, Butterfly is also a pretty bad sleeper. She's the only Pokemon in Generation 1 with Sleep Power, Sprint, and Ground move, which makes her able to switch on the Ground move and then Sleep Power Sleep Powers, that's the thing. She also has a decent special stat, which makes her own table attack stat, meaning if she did have stab, she can't use it. And speaking of which, she doesn't have stab, which is a big problem. Anyways, so all she doesn't really do offensively is throw pre-meter psychic and trying to resist psychic with pre-meter Mega Drain. You also have Hyper Beam, but Hyper Beam is coming off her 45 base attack stat, so it's practically useless. Speaking of which, she's frail as fuck. Cypher is a double Dancer with agility and sword dance. Sword dance is obviously good because it boosts your attack and speed, it boosts your speed, making you move faster than practically everything. She has the same attack stat than Snorlax and slightly slower than Tor, which is great because you're fast and you have the critical hit rate of Tor while having Snorlax's attack, which is great. The problem is you don't have an attack that's not. You only get normal type of attack unless you want to use wing attack, which is 35 base power, which you're obviously not using that. So the problem with Cypher is a terrible move. Well, obviously typing isn't terrible because you get ground meal. We also get 4 times weakness to rock, so every ground type that uses rock slide, which is practically every ground type, fucking shits on you. Pinsir is obviously is known for the only bug types with a niche and overuse as a sword dancer. Yeah, Hyper Beam, Body Submission, and Body Slam, and Slash for you have Hyper Beam for a finisher, Submission to hit grounds and to hit rocks and normal type, Bind for chip damage and trapping, Slash for good damage without boosting, Segment top because of Gengar, Body Slam because consistent damage. But here's the problem. You have 4 move slots, so you can't fucking fit everything on there. You have a good attack side, good defense side, decent speed side across the board. So it's really bulky and you can get that sort of things up. But you need to spread paralysis beforehand because if not Pinsir is practically useless. Also, Pinsir is also very vulnerable to paralysis itself. If it gets paralyzed, it's practically useless. And speaking of which, I'll move on to the next Pokemon. And the last Pokemon is Venomoth. The only but type that's not in the PU tier is actually never, but has no niche and overuse, so you can depend. So you could say that Pinsir is better, but I'll put Venomoth at number 1 because she's actually not a PU. And anyways, in never use it's a fast sleeper with sleep power and stun spell. Psychic Close is decent because it's fucking psychic. Mega Drain can give you some decent recovery. It has the same stat as Retail and shares a lot of problem with Joe, but has 2 things. And first off, it never used Toxic is actually quite popular because partial scrapping is a big part of never use, and spraying Toxic and Paralysis is quite popular. So being immune to Toxic is actually quite nice. She has good speed stat that actually ties the best Pokemon in the tier, Mastermind. If you want, but if you're trying to win that speed tie and then win on speed power, you wouldn't want to do that because there's way too many risks, because you need to win the 50-50 and go and hit the sleep out, which has a 25% chance missing. Also stunts with paralysis, and if anything goes wrong there, you can die. Alright, how fast was that video? Alright, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's pretty short, but who cares? I talked everything about this. This should be pretty funny.